Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I work for Access, and I am here today with Artifas, and I have Scotty and Cody here today with me. Hi, guys.
Hey, what up?
So, you guys are out on tour right now, and you are going to be in Michigan in just a few days at the Music Factory. And you have new music out right now?
Well, we dropped our album July 11th, Inhuman, and we pushed the track title track for the record.
Right.
We pushed that as the first single of the song Inhuman, and we're about to drop the next single and see where that takes us. And we're also writing, coming up with new stuff, so we like to record in the wintertime because driving in a van in the snow sucks, so expect some new tunage, I would say, sometime when it gets cold again.
Okay. Now, when you guys write music, do you all write it together and it's like a collaboration? Or does one person do the lyrics and one person does the music? How do you usually do it?
First what happened was when Jared got in the band, he came to us with all these songs he wrote, and he was like, these are the new Artifas songs, this is a new record. And me and Cody were like, no, dude, that sucks. So then we all got in a room together and we just jammed.
Okay.
That's not really how it happened. I just wanted to throw Jared on.
You just wanted to throw that in.
No, but used to, Cody and I pretty much wrote everything, and then when we got the new members, well, I guess it's been about a year and a half, going on 2 years now. And when we got the new members and started writing this record, we all got in a room and jammed collectively and wrote the tunes. And it was a lot. It was way. It made the experience way more diversified because you had more inputs coming in from different, backgrounds and from different loves in music. So it came to make what the new Artifas sound is.
Okay. Now, I've seen some of your videos that go with your music, and you have amazing videos. Do you come up with those ideas yourself?
Well, yeah, and I guess what kind of makes them a little more interesting is that we really did them on a budget. So when you only have like $100 to $200, I don't even think we spent $200. Like maybe $100 on an Inhuman video.
Right.
And so I think when you're that limited on it, it kind of just helps you to come up with something a little different, for what you're paying for. So I feel like that's where the creativeness came on that. And then the Blood for Blood video, we've been doing GoPro shots for all the Santa Sonia tour and part of it. And well, I don't know if that was on the Theory of a Dead Man tour. And we put it out, yeah. So it was on the Santa Sonia tour. We did a lot of GoPro stuff for putting it up on different instruments every night,
Right. Okay, so now, can you tell me who the other members of the band are and what you all play for people that don't know you?
Yeah. Okay, well, Scotty is the lead singer.
Okay.
Cody, play lead guitar and sing backup vocals. Mikey Miller, he's the guy with the blue hair. He plays rhythm guitar.
Okay.
Anthony Maddox is flopping on the bass. And Mr. Jared Wainscott is a songwriter for Article X songwriter and drummer.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have had some great success this year. You've had a piece, or you've been in Loudwire magazine, which is really awesome.
Yeah, no, that was super cool. That's something that's been on the bucket list for a while.
So I mean, it's always nice to get recognized by other people in the music field, and also too. Can you tell me some of the bands that you've been out on tour with? It looks like you switch up a little bit. Right now, you're with.
Would be like Theory of a Dead Man.
Right.
And we did a tour with Santa Sonia. Who else like that? Bridge to Grace. We're getting ready to go out with them. The Veer Union.
Okay. Right now, currently. You're going to be with the Veer Union.
Right.
Right.
And then I guess the first bigger tour we went on with years and dates and stuff. Really bad. It's all. That's why I'm here. Yeah. 420 all day.
So now your tour with the Beer Union, you're on that tour, but some of the different bands that are opening for them are different. Like you're opening with Boba Flex, but then they're not on all the shows. I understand.
Well, the lineup, except for like some local bands on select shows, there'll be bands on and off for those. But every night, except for very few days, have all four bands: us, Bridge to Grace, the Beer Union, and Boba Flex.
Okay.
I think there might be like 3 or 4 shows that Boba Flex is dropping off of towards the end of the run.
Okay.
But for the most part, they're on everything. Yeah.
Okay, I noticed that they have like a show with Bret Michaels, and there's like a few. Yeah. That maybe they had previously booked or whatever.
Yeah, they had some one-offs off the tour, or just good opportunities that they had that it was like, take this opportunity over, just playing another night on this tour, or is this a bigger opportunity? And like with Bret Michaels, I'm sure that's a really good opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
They kind of draw out the biker crowd a little bit, so.
Right, the same. Yes, exactly. So, so you're out with Veer Union, and this is a fairly lengthy tour, right? It's a few months long.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll be doing that, and you have your EP out, and fans can go to your website or to iTunes and purchase your first full-length album as well.
Right.
Now, you have the EP out now. Now, you were saying you have more music you're working on. So will you have another EP coming out, or will you have another full-length album coming out?
Well, the whole EP started when we recorded the first round of songs in this band. We actually recorded 12 songs, and at the time we could only afford to get half of them mixed and mastered. So we released an EP. We called it Enemy Inside Volume 1.
Okay.
And then we were when we got the money, we planned to release Enemy Inside Volume 2. And then, but before that happened, we signed with Round 2 Records back in December of last year, or 2014. December of 2014, we signed with Round 2 Records, and so we went in and just did a whole new full length. We had, new members. It was just kind of like an Artifas 2.0.
Okay.
And the newer music that was being written with all the guys at that time was way better than the second half of the EP. So
okay.
We decided to do with that for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. And I've also seen you guys, I've watched quite a bit of acoustic material that you've done. You've had some different radio stations and things, and it's all over YouTube. You have a few slower songs, and those are really amazing. I love that. I love to see you slowing it down and just, playing the guitar.
When this whole thing started, we were playing acoustic gigs around town all the time, so like Cody and I played, well, I guess Cody and I played every combination of instruments together just about.
Right.
But like I especially, I've always been, it's had a huge part of me musically was the acoustic stuff, so I really enjoy that. It was fun to do that in the radios and radio stations and stuff, and I really enjoy the stuff we do because we don't tend to slow the song down, or if it's a high paced song and upbeat, and we're gonna play it the same way acoustic, and
right. And you can tell that you guys love it totally.
I'm more of like an electric all out guy. I don't know, something about it appeals to me more, but it's really nice to be able to take those times and play like acoustic sets at radio stations, because I feel like it makes me a better player. Just having to swap from what I'm comfortable with and play something else.
I've always thought that songs, if you hear a song and you can go from having it be acoustic to having it be totally, hold on just a second. I'm going to stop my recorder for 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys now a couple of fun questions. Let's see if you can remember. We're going to see if you have a good memory. Do you guys remember what the first album you bought yourself was? Can you remember?
Mine was Bush 16 Stone.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's funny because sometimes you don't remember what the actual first album you bought, or you could have got it for Christmas or something like that too. Sometimes,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's a gift,
Well,
right?
I've probably bought like a Backstreet Boys album when I was a kid. I mean, I didn't buy it. I guess I'm just judging by first rock album I bought. But now that I think about it, it was probably either Britney Spears or Backstreet Boys.
Okay, somebody gifted you. Oh, it's really funny. You can almost tell what age people are because of the music. My daughter is
Right.
20, and that was the first album I think she got was Britney Spears. That was just the time, that
the first
time
time she
period.
came on TV.
Yeah, that was like she had the video, and she had, well, of course she was on the Mickey Mouse Club, which I don't even know if a lot of people knew that, but
I just remember the Hit Me Baby One More Time.
yeah, that was but so I shouldn't even tell you what the first album I ever got was because that would really age me.
Go for it.
It was Alice Cooper. Yeah, it was Alice. I think it was the School's Out one. I think that was the title of it. So yeah, my first, and strangely enough, he ended up being my first concert when I was like 15 or whatever. Isn't that weird? You know what? I've just had like an epiphany here. I never realized that my first concert and my first album were the same.
I think you were destined to hang out with Alice Cooper.
I know. I have never met Alice Cooper. I think I'm gonna have to meet Alice Cooper, right?
You should write him a letter. Nobody writes letters anymore, right?
Yeah, write him a letter and say, hey, I
send him an autograph picture or something.
Yeah. Do bands do that anymore? Do you get mail? That's an interesting question. Do you guys get fan mail?
Just more Facebook messages, I guess.
I think that's replaced. Really, like fan mail. If people want to friend you or have some contact with you, they'll come and friend you on Facebook, or they'll send you a message on Twitter or whatever.
Now, back in the day, I got a weird thing in the mail that was like a teddy bear and a poem about how this girl and me can't be together anymore, and we weren't ever together. So
wow, really?
Yeah.
That's creepy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have that? I mean, because you are obviously you're a younger band, you're very popular with girls. I mean, do you find that you have, are most of your fans pretty nice, or do you find that you have a few that you kind of have to watch out for that?
No, they're all pretty nice, but they're all pretty nice. I think you just have to watch out for some of them for other reasons, and not being not nice.
Yeah, maybe being too nice, right? But yeah, it is. I don't know if now that people have more access to bands to actually talk to you, and I think maybe the whole thing with like groupies and people that kind of would follow bands to different locations. I don't know if that's just as common anymore.
Not really. I think it's regionally. Like when we're in a certain region, people will come to like 4 or 5 shows in a row. But like people won't like travel all over the country.
Yeah, it just seems like it's different, a little bit different now.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can actually
also,
come.
People used to chase after bands because they weren't really getting to meet the band and stuff, But with us, we're always
available. I mean, bands are. Yeah. No, but bands are really nice, though. I mean, I think that's a really nice thing that bands do now as part of your, promo or PR or whatever, that after a show you'll come out and you'll hang out at the merch booth or whatever. And I know sometimes the headliners can't do that for time constraints or whatever, but I mean, I can even remember Black Veil Brides, and I don't know if they can still do it, but they used to come out and sit at the merch table and not, charge money or anything like that. And I mean, I just thought that was a really awesome thing that they did,
No, I think it's an important thing to connect with your fans on a personal basis, especially nowadays. Everything's so much personal with social media nowadays, So.
Right, and it's different. You're not selling CDs. No matter how good of a CD you put out, you're not making millions of dollars off of it. You're making more money off of merchandise and shows and that kind of thing. So you almost have to look at it in a different way.
I mean, like that's half of the experience for us, anyways. I feel like the music is obviously important in performing, doing our job, but part of our job and a large portion of our day is just hanging out with people and listening to what they have to say and
Sure.
having a drinks or something. So.
And I think you make such an impact. I mean, you have a chance to make such an impact, especially on younger people, I think. And so, but your music is fantastic. I've really, I enjoy your music. Would you say who would you would you compare yourself to any other particular band?
I'd say it's kind of like we could put some combos together.
Right.
Like Breaking Benjamin kicked out the lead singer of Breaking Benjamin and Chester from Linkin Park.
That's funny. I mean, at first when I saw your style, the first time I saw you guys, I mean, it was a while ago, but I kind of thought a little bit Asking Alexandria. I mean, you kind of, maybe you appeal to the same audience.
Yeah. I mean, Asking Alexandria has a good look, so I feel good about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a fan of all the music, but
no, I mean, everybody has different songs they like.
Actually, on the tour with Theory of a Dead Man, Danny from Asking Alexandria was on tour with We Are Harlot, his new band. So
yes,
we actually met him a couple times on that whole tour. The first, we met him. The first show of the tour, we were in Destin, Florida, and I walked in, and the first thing I saw was Danny sitting at the bar. Or like he was walking around outside drunk. he goes to the bar, and I just kind of follow him because Danny Warsaw. And in like orange Nikes, orange Nikes, and like his shorts, like he was in pure party mode at this point. It's like 2 p.m, and he bought me a shot. So I was like, sweet.
Wow, that's really cool. I mean, they are fantastic. I had the chance to see them and interview them at Dirt Fest, which is a big festival that we have here in Michigan. I don't know if you're familiar. You would be great. You guys would be great.
We would love to play that festival.
At Dirt Fest, you'd be fantastic. You would fit perfectly. So this year, maybe it'll happen this year. And they played last year. That was their first year, of course, being a band. And I was really excited to interview Danny and Jeff, because I thought, wow, this is really, really interesting that they put this band together after he left Asking Alexandria. And they're terrific. Their sound is amazing. Yeah, I mean, really, he changed up his style, and he's out there doing some just fantastic music. And they came actually, I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and they came here to one of our clubs called The Intersection a few months ago and did another show, and so they're doing really great. And so if you can get on a show with them, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? That would be like a cool pairing. But so that's another good question for you guys. Are you already gearing up with festivals for the summer?
We're working on it. We're really trying to break into the festival circuit this year. It's a really great circuit to be in. So we're working on some, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I know that Dirt Fest is one of they were a one-day festival for many years, and now they're a 2-day festival, which is really nice because last year I felt like one day they did more of a hard rock day, and then the next day was more metal, and it was a really nice mixture of music. And so I think you guys would be a perfect fit. So definitely put your stuff in for that one, because I would love to see you guys there.
Maybe we could play on midnight in between the 2 days, since we're a little bit rock and a little bit.
That's funny. You're a little bit rock. What is that? You're a little bit you're not a little bit country at all.
Just when we speak, sometimes when we're drunk or when I'm not paying attention. Or like
okay. Well, you are from the South. You guys are from.
Or if you're giving directions to somebody, like you just go like, all right, man, you go down here, you go turn left, you hang a right, and you stop around that corner.
That's funny. Do you guys feel like you've lost some of your accent? Because you're from Nashville, right?
Well, just all over West Tennessee and West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, Kentucky. We're just that area.
That area in general.
I've definitely lost all of my country.
Yeah, I was gonna say guys don't really have much of an accent left.
Yeah, I get asked if I'm from like California, and I've never even been to California. I just forgot what it was like to talk.
So you guys have, how long have you actually been a band now? Would you say?
Well, we started writing the first material for this band in January of 2011, so 5 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, about 5
Because I
years.
thought I've been seeing you guys around on different. I'm sure. I've actually pretty sure I've probably seen you guys somewhere. I mean, when you go to a lot of shows.
You would remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I've seen you, because there's a lot of times when you do go to festivals and different things. There's so many bands. And that's the hard thing I find about festivals is there's so many good bands and you want to see them and then they'll be playing at the same time.
You should catch us on the Beer Union tour.
Yes, you're coming to, of course, the Music Factory, which is not far from me. It's
there
about
you
an
go.
hour.
Come hang out Saturday night and watch Bruce get drunk.
Yes, I'm hoping I can come down to the show. That would be awesome. Is there anything else that you can think of that you would like to tell the fans that you're going to be up to here in the near future?
We're just going to keep grinding and queep. I'm going to say queep and keep together.
Is that a word? I don't know.
Put in a jar, I guess. This is my queep. So, anyways, touring. Yep. I think our main focus right now is just to really build our fan base and get our music into as many ears as we can. So we're going to be playing a lot of shows this year and see what happens.
Well, it looks like you are really on some fantastic shows with a lot of really good bands that you really fit well with. And that's important. I mean, you want to be, get the audiences, but you also want to bring in some new fans that might not have heard you, that might not necessarily go to one of your shows. That's always a good thing, too, sometimes to play with somebody that's a little bit different. Because I know I've discovered lots of bands when I've gone to a show and said, well, I don't know about that band, but let me check them out. And so sometimes... You discover lots of bands playing with bands like that. Right. So now, do you guys have a couple of favorite bands right now that are kind of like your dream tour? Like if you could go out with anybody, who would you want to go out with?
There's about,
I'm sure dozens that,
Yeah, there's a lot of those. One of my long-time dream ones has been Incubus. I'm a huge Incubus fan, and Carnival.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our band goal is Papa Roach right now.
Nice. Now they tour quite a bit. You might be able to get on a show with them.
And recently we got added to the Lovers Are Lunatics family, Jacoby clothing line. So we're really excited about that. They sent us a lot of cool swag.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So that's his clothing line.
Yeah. You should go check them out. Go on their website. Be like, hey, that's a pretty shirt I'm gonna buy.
And what is it actually called?
Lovers Are Lunatics.
Lovers Are Lunatics, and it's by
Jacoby Papa Roach. Yeah, just
right.
Clothing line.
Nice. No, I will definitely check that out. I've learned so many new things today.
Hey, that's the good thing about talking on phone interviews. You get to learn a lot of stuff.
I have learned a lot of new things. And so we can go to your Facebook. People can friend you on Facebook. They can go to you. I'm sure you have Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and all the other things. And we can go to iTunes and we can get your first full-length album.
Any digital outlet, basically.
And we can also look for your EP that is out. Yeah. And then hopefully soon you will have the second part to that EP, and that will be out. And
probably not. It'll probably be way better than that. A bonus release. It's like a little secret weapon that we're gonna launch out one day.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you'll
We're old and we can't write any more songs.
then you'll put it out, right? Hopefully hopefully you'll have another full length soon, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys are writing, and we'll keep an eye on your tour schedule. The best way for people to keep up with their favorite bands, go on their Facebook, go on their websites, and check that out. And so you guys are now, where are you actually at? What state are you actually in right now?
We're in Tennessee right now. We're about to head out tomorrow towards Michigan.
Okay, so, and that's a pretty good drive. So you'll have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it
But
was.
it's worth it. Michigan is always a blast, so it doesn't let you down.
Michigan is a fun place. Michigan.
The beer's gonna be colder, so.
Maybe bands just tell us this when they come here, but they always say Michigan is one of the most fun places to play, and I don't know why that is, but.
the people there are way more involved. And I feel like especially with the hard rock and metal scene.
Yes.
They're way
Yes.
susceptible to it up there in that area.
I actually think it is true.
Everybody here thinks that we worship devils.
Okay, because you're kind of in the middle of where country music is probably the predominant.
That's all there is here, basically country music and rap.
And so if you don't play that, then you're, pretty much that's probably not where you're the most popular. Anyway.
Right.
So, well, it was really fun talking to you guys, Cody and Scotty from.
Great to talk to you as well.
From Artifas, and they will be in Michigan, and they will be all over touring with the Veer Union, and for most of the shows, Bobaflex, who both of them awesome bands to be touring with. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Sounds good.
Okay, so